Hello, everyone. So today is the day where I will be viewing my Stanford admissions file, and I'm so scared because I've heard so many mixed reviews about people reading their admissions files and how it went. Basically, Stanford and most other universities in the country are mandated by a law called FERPA to give all of their students the right to view their admissions file once they're accepted. So during this pandemic, though, the process is a little different. So instead of viewing the physical file in person, which other students before this year were able to do, Stanford had an employee read the admissions file while I was on Zoom. So after I do this, which is going to be around 20 minutes long, then I'm going to take a video and show you guys everything they said. And let's hope this goes well because I worked so hard for this and I really hope they say good things about me. But if they don't, that's okay too. So I just finished my FERPA viewing or FERPA reading, and it was only 20 minutes long. So I had a lot of writing to do and not a lot of time, but I'll just give you guys the rundown of what they said. And there's a lot of random numbers that I don't know what they mean, but I'll just assume what they mean. So the first thing that they talked about were scores. So they said high school information, high GPA, ETH 4L, 5, which I have no clue what it means. PRI colon 4L, I have no clue what that means either. GPA 98.45, SU6 3.92, art and sports MUS3, and I don't know what the MUS3 means. And I also think that SU6 means my high school GPA without freshman year included. Then the next thing they talked about were subject tests. So SP 760, which was my Spanish test, and then Math 1 700, ACT EO 35, EN 35, MA 34, SC 35, ELA 31, STEM 35. Then they talked about Reader 1. So the rankings are from a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being the highest ranking and 5 being the lowest ranking. And usually people with overall rankings of a 1 or a 2 are admitted. So Reader 1, HSR, which is High School Rigor, 3. SUP. Okay, so SUP actually stands for support, which includes letters of recommendations from teachers and counselors. Is a 2. EC, which is extracurriculars, is a 2. Eval, which is like overall evaluation of the first reader, was a 1. And then SPIV, which stands for SP intellectual vitality. I don't know what the SP stands for, but I got a 2 on intellectual vitality. Then Reader 2, HSR was also a 3, SUP was a 2, EC was a 2, SPIV was a 2, and then the overall evaluation for Reader 2 and Reader 3 was a 2+ from Reader 2 and a 1 from Reader 3. So overall, from the 3 readers that I had, I got a 1, a 2+, and a 1. And then the interview comments, all the ratings that they gave me first were intellectual vitality was a 1, depth and commitment was a 1, character and self-presentation was also a 1. And then the quotes that the interviewer said were, Sophia is an extremely impressive candidate. She's by far the best candidate that I've interviewed thus far as an OVAL volunteer. And Sophia is an intelligent, interesting, engaging, and humble student. Her academics, music, volunteering, -V, I don't know what I wrote, are all very well-rounded, but also is deeply immersed in each of the areas that she pursues. The whole interview was extremely engaging, and my expectation is that she will have other options. And then he copied and pasted an email that he sent to me after I told him that I got in. And then the reader one summary, they said likely letter, even without, and then I forgot to write the rest of it, but I remember that they said even without knowing the population of regular decision admits. Sophia is a star at Hewlett High School in Hewlett, Long Island. Then they said no RIC. Don't know what that means. And then they quoted my essays and talked about how I want to be involved in the cafecito, which is something that the La Casa puts on every Friday, where they have like coffee and pan dulce. And that's like something that I wrote about. And then this person said her writing is fantastic and she is very deep about her passions. And then they spoke about my summer stuff, like what I did during the summer. And they also talked about how I was passionate about music. Then reader two comments. For the extracurriculars, they talked about president of Cabaret Night, president of the Music Honor Society, and then they talked about being an altar server at my church. Then they said SPIV, PE, which I don't know what that means, dash lovely essay about music relating to her life and also at school and in her extracurriculars. Then this person spoke about my extracurriculars, including the 2 summer things that I did at China and Hawaii. And then she quoted my Why Stanford essay. And WM dash, they said something about, I'm assuming it was about that I quit swim to join to join theater, because I think I wrote in one of my essays about that, because I had to quit swim in order to do theater. Then this is more grading. I think this is my second reader's gradings, or I'm not really sure actually. HSR 3, support 2, EC 2, SPIV 2, test RTG 1. Then the R2 summary said, agreed with reader. She's a very well-rounded first-generation student. Great addition to the college campus as she is eager to take all of her opportunities. SPIV 2, ECE shows commitment to extracurriculars in every way. IVE shows strong self-reflection. She would be a great contribution to campus. Reader 3 said approved, semicolon, likely letter. Eval 1 and DIV likely approved, which I think it was the reader 3 saying to the reader 1 and reader 2 that they approved their decision of giving me a likely. So that's it. That's basically all I could write down. They did quote a lot of my essays and things I said in my application, which took up a lot of the time, it was only 20 minutes, but it was still quite a while that she was telling me a lot of stuff to write down. So I had a lot of things to write down, and I did not write in full sentences because it was going by so fast. But yeah, that's basically it. I'm really happy because I was very nervous going into this. And yeah, so if you know what any of these abbreviations mean, please let me know in the comments. Okay, so as I'm editing this, I realized I forgot the most important part, which is what I learned from this experience. And I'm not really sure which one part really helped me in my application because I couldn't really pinpoint exactly why I got in. But I would place emphasis on following your passions because the majority of my application was basically just me talking about what my passions in life are, and they seem to really like that. I think that a really important part is to show your natural voice throughout your essays because even though I don't really consider myself the greatest writer, they still liked my essays because throughout my essays, you could really get to know the kind of person I am with the writing that I used in my essays. And I was just really being myself when I wrote them, and they really seemed to like that. So be yourself in your essays, get involved in things that you really enjoy doing, and don't sweat it too much if you get one horrible test grade, because I would say throughout the whole time that they were reading my application, they only mentioned grades a fraction of the time, and they really just care about you more as a person rather than what your grades are. If you like this video, make sure to like and leave a comment down below and subscribe to my channel. I will try to post as many videos as possible because I do have some videos recorded already. I just haven't gotten to editing them, and this one wasn't really necessary to edit. And so, yeah, I will see you guys next time.